All right, we are live, and I didn't mean to hang up so quickly on Caliber Corner, but as I was adjusting the phone, I accidentally bumped the hang up button, and Travis was wrapping up anyway, so I just decided let's go ahead and go live, and I know you guys don't want to see my ugly mug, so we'll just face the camera forward and run a little dash cam action as we do this. So we are heading out to help someone else celebrate their wedding day. Those of you that don't know, Sandhills sweetheart and I are DJs. We're partners in a DJ company with another friend of ours and his family. And so this is what we do on most of our Saturdays. Sometimes I'm at work and then I do this afterwards, and sometimes we just do one or the other, but a lot of the times we double them up. So today I didn't have to work. Hey Nightwolf, what's going on? We are headed to north central Nebraska. We've got to do a wedding here later on. We're going to do music for the ceremony and then DJ the reception, the dance, and all that kind of stuff. We do things a little different. We don't just play the music. We kind of MC the whole night for people too, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, today's our first wedding anniversary. 1 year ago today, I didn't get to DJ the wedding because I was in it, and I tried to DJ, but Sandhills sweetheart said I couldn't do that, and so she won. A lot of I don't know why I don't want to say disagreements, but a lot of the things that we had discussed that I wanted to do, we didn't do. A lot of the things that I wanted to do, we did do. So worked out pretty well. It's about half and half on the compromise. It's been a great year. I can't believe it's been a year. And anything good planned? Yeah, I'm gonna probably end up saying this a lot, apparently, as people join in. Yeah, we're planning to go DJ a wedding and a wedding reception and dance. So we're helping somebody else party, Rob D. Yeah, Calaveras, I didn't mean to hang up as quickly as I did. I was adjusting my phone and I hung up on Travis before I meant to. So I didn't mean to go as quickly as I did. I figured I wouldn't have a whole lot of viewers going right away. But I know Travis was about to wrap it up, so I didn't feel too bad that I was going to be walking on him. Hey, Vandal, what's going on? You're going to sleep now. Have a good night, buddy. Or a good tomorrow. I don't know. What is it, like Wednesday where you live? Something like that? Sunday night, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. So thanks for joining, bud. Vandal, I don't know. I don't remember if you're on Instagram or Facebook, but send me a message on one or the other if you would. I'd love to be able to say hi to you more than just when we're in chats. 1:46 a.m. Sunday morning. All right. Well, you have a good night. Hey, real quick, I just wanted you to know that the surgery that I had here almost 2 weeks ago was one of your countrymen. My doctor actually originally came from the land of New Zealand, so you guys do good work down there, or up here now. He did great work. I feel amazing. How long of a drive do we have to make? It's gonna be about not quite 2 hours. It's about an hour and a half, between an hour and a half and 2 hours of road time. We've got a couple stops to make, so we won't be going live the whole time. We've got to stop at Sweetheart's parents on the way through, drop some stuff off at their house, and try to get out, as quickly as we can. When you stop at Mom and Dad's, you don't just run in and run out. You never can do that. So unless they're not home is the only time that works. My carry gun today. You know what? That's personal, Nightwolf, and I'll thank you to stay out of my personal life. No, I'm just kidding. I'm carrying the shield. Those of you that were on Caliber Corner heard me talking up alien gear holsters, alien gear belts, Bigfoot belts. I'm not saying that everybody needs to have one, but it's true, everybody needs to have one. And so the thing about carry is it's kind of like finding a vehicle. The reason there are so many different vehicles out there, same reason there's so many different guns and so many different holsters. You got to find what fits you and what works the best for you. And there's no way to do that besides trial and error. And just like everybody else that's been carrying a while, I've got I've got a drawer full of holsters and a box full of ones that didn't even make the drawer that eventually are going to get sold off or something, or maybe some of these things I'll end up doing in some giveaways that maybe somebody else can get some use out of. None of them are junk. I don't have anything that, deserves to go in the trash bin. It's just, some things don't work as well for me as they do for other people, and some people, or some things that work for me, they don't work as well for other people. So Chris Hughes says he needs guns. I think that's just true of anybody. Guns, oxygen, food, water, shelter, the love of a good person. In the last 24 hours, I've gotten all those, so that's pretty cool. Profit margin on DJ work. It really depends if you're wanting to make it a lucrative thing or not. A little background on the DJ. Sweetheart and I both used to work for a company, and I'm not going to name them, but they're a nationwide DJ company, and I DJ'd for them, and she did office work, was an office manager for an area, and I would go out and for my time spending, killing most of a Saturday, I was going to get maybe $100 for the day, and that's not bad. That's not bad for a day's work. But knowing what people were paying the company and what I was getting out of it, when the time came, we both parted ways. We left that company, did some other stuff, and a friend of ours who also worked there, we got to talking one day and said, we really miss this, and we looked into legalities as far as we had some non-compete contracts we had signed, so we had to wait those out and checked with lawyers and got the legal advice on how all that works. And so we did everything to the best we could as far as the law goes, and we just decided we wanted to start up our own company. So as far as profit margin, that's not something, of course, that we're going to discuss, but we do make a little bit more to put in our pocket now, working for ourselves, of course. We charge a ton less than what it cost from the company that we used to work for, and so I do thank them for the training that I got, teaching me kind of the way to do things. We've changed a few things that we do, of course. We do things our way now, and that's been a lot better. But no, there's not a ton of money in it. It's not going to be something I expect that I'm ever going to be able to quit the full-time job. Rob D started his own business to put more money in his pocket too. Yeah, I've been told you'll never get rich working for somebody else. I guess I've seen it happen a few times, but if this ever actually, if DJing becomes work, if this becomes a job, we've already got an agreement. We're gonna hang it up. We're not gonna do it just because it's fun. And it's not, we don't do this for the money. The part that we missed wasn't the extra income. The part that we missed was the clients, and I can't explain why or how, but God has blessed us with such amazing clients. We have not dealt with anybody who's been hard to work with. We have not dealt with anybody we've regretted dealing with in the few years that we've been doing this now. And I don't know. It's clearly God looking out for us and taking care of us here. But the connecting with making new friends, helping them make memories, helping them celebrate, and like I said, we want to come in and just kind of take over the handling, I guess, the running of the reception, MC, and do a lot of the behind the scenes work. We'll do stuff that typically you'll see host and hostess do at a wedding reception, because typically those are family friends or their relatives. They've sometimes come from a long ways off, and if you've been a host or hostess at a wedding, I mean, you're used to eating cold food or not eating at all. You don't get to sit, you don't get to visit. You're pretty much working the whole night, and we're already getting paid to be there. So we want to do something, with our time during that part of the evening. Anyway, we're actually busiest during the meal. Once the dance starts, that's kind of when we get to take a little bit of a break, and we're not running all around the room. So. But no, we want our host couples at our weddings to be able to sit and visit too, and get warm food, and we'll do a lot of the stuff that they would typically be doing. So yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And yeah, the best part is, I mean, for the last several years now, you know, our weekends we've spent together. We do have times where when we're setting up, sometimes I will snap at sweetheart a little bit, and you know, to her credit, she never bites my head back off. It's always, she just kind of takes it. She gives me that look that lets me know that, hey, I'm being a jerk. And then I apologize, and usually I apologize before we even leave, you know, for whatever crosswords I'm gonna be stupid and say. And you know, I'm never actually mad. I just, sometimes I'm short on patience, and I don't need to take that out on her. So but no, that it's been a lot of fun. We get to hang out together. We get to spend our anniversary, you know, helping somebody else celebrate their wedding, and making new friends, making new memories, and that's what we do. So the comments kind of come and go. I really haven't been able to follow them too closely while I've been driving here, but keep those comments coming, guys. It's been awesome. There's 6 people watching. You guys are thumbing it up. I feel kind of special right now. Got a few, trying to come up with some ideas what I want to put together to send out to a lucky viewer, you know, for my 1,000 sub giveaway. I said I'm going to check the quote that are coming here probably in about 2 weeks, and I'm just thinking it's going to be a lot better than what you can go on Spreadshirt and get. So should be a good deal. Not rich. Let's see. Rob D's lady's been helping him too. That's pretty cool. You know, it's one thing to find somebody and you like to spend time with them. Chris Hughes, family farmer. I tell you what, I grew up ranching, so I'm with you. Without agriculture, this country folds, and without the United States agriculture, the whole world folds, because we really do feed the world. No other country can sustain the rest of the planet. So yeah, that's been a big part of my life, and apparently yours too. If it's a family farm. So, Chris, what part of the world are you in there, bud? I'm assuming Bud. I guess Bud could be male or female. Chris, I'm assuming male, but set me straight if it's not. I assume too much. Massachusetts moved to Maine. All right, cool. So New England represented. The other NE besides Nebraska. Speaking of Nebraska, I've got a Nebraska farmer in front of me right now. I got to slow down here to about 40 miles an hour, because that's how he rolls, rolling down the road there. We are in eastern Nebraska, heading to north central Nebraska right now. Northeast Nebraska is where we live right now, but if you look at a map and you find the almost the dead center of the state line between Nebraska and South Dakota, go halfway between Wyoming and Iowa, you're gonna be pretty close to where I came from. The hill that is my avatar picture is actually part of the family ranch, and it's pretty close to where the star is that's in my logo. Ghost Tactical actually helped me design that logo, and he got that as close as he could to the right geographical place, so it's pretty close to there. That hill actually sits about 1 mile from the state line, so that's how close it is to the border. I'm going through a part of the world where my feed's going to get probably a little bit goofy, a little wonky here. Well, we're coming into a town, Nightwolf, so he's got to slow down. Actually, he didn't have to. He didn't have to slow down. He can just maintain speed and be legal in town now. This is kind of what passes for a town in Nebraska sometimes. There's probably almost 100 people here. More if there's an auction today. That'll double the population of some of these towns. Gary, what's up, kids? Yes, wait till we get a tractor leading the group. That does have. Hey, watch the screen right now. Speaking of tractors leading the group, there's another one. We've met a few of these on the trip today. It is a normal sight in rural America this time of year. People are getting their fields ready, getting ready to get the planting going. There's been a lot of fertilizer going out lately. There's an agronomy center off to the left there. Those guys, I'm sure, are not getting a weekend. I don't think there's rain in the forecast, so they're probably going to be rolling tomorrow too. Rob D, I saw something about Wyoming before it faded out, and it doesn't even let me it doesn't even let me tap my screen and bring those back up. So what if I hit that? Oh, that's kind of cool. There they are. I can read them again. 2 years ago, Rob D was in Wyoming. That's pretty cool. It's hard to read these. I should read those. Sweetheart's gonna try and catch a few Z's on the trip here. She kind of doesn't feel the way I do about being on YouTube. She doesn't want to be on my videos. She likes watching them though. She's pretty cool. She's a great support. She's everything I'm not. It's the best way I can describe my wife. She's everything I'm not. She's everything I need her to be. She's well, much more than that. I would probably make a lot worse decisions with money if I didn't have her keeping me grounded. It doesn't nag. It just feels bad when like she has to be the grown-up of the two. Be like, no, we have to adult because we've got these bills and we want to have nice things like a house and cars and keep them insured and buy groceries and stuff. And we can't just go out and buy a bunch of Beretta M9A3s anytime we want to. But we would do that. She would be totally fine with that if the extra money was there. She's cool. She's definitely the best part of me. You guys are getting a good look at Nebraska. I know a lot of people drive through my state and they're only down on Interstate 80 and they think there's nothing to see here. But I mean, we've got so many different things to look at. You can keep $20 in your pocket for 3 months. Well, I can do that too if I'm saving it for a specific thing, but I don't usually have $20 in my pocket lately because, with the miracles of modern technology, I have this little card that's got a lot more money than $20. I just try to be good and not have to have money arguments or money problems by doing stupid things with it. So I can't blow it all on hookers and blow. So what are you gonna do? Somebody said banks. Yeah, well, they're insured, so you can take all your money out of the bank, you can throw it under your mattress or wherever you want to, and if your house burns up, then that money's not insured. So I guess I'll take a chance my government and my economy is strong enough right now that my money is federally insured. And you know what? If the government goes to crap, then I don't know who's going to back your currency anyway, because that's federally backed. So if the banks aren't any good, then your cash isn't any good. So I hope you've got gold or silver. Or Bitcoin, because that seems to be the thing right now, and I don't see who's backing that either. Those of you that understand Bitcoin, don't even try to explain it, but just so you guys know, it makes no sense to me. Look at all those green tractors. I grew up driving red tractors, and just never been really a big fan of the green ones, and I know that's maybe not what some of you care to hear about, but just because it's painted green don't make it better. And Sweetheart agrees with me because her dad actually works at a red tractor dealer, so
he's the manager.
He's manager now. He's worked there for a long time. And when there was a manager vacancy, he just kind of stepped in and took over, and then the owner said, "Here, why don't you just be the manager?" So he got the promotion. And he's earned it. The man can do anything. The man can fix anything. Orange tractors, Rob D says. Yes, I actually, believe it or not, I've spent more time on an orange Alice Chalmers tractor than I have on Farmall International. Case IH is too new for me. When I grew up, we had old tractors. And so everything was about the same age as my dad, or not much newer. And so, and he still likes the older tractors, not even just International, Farmall tractors. I grew up on those. Oh, that does look a lot nicer. The lumberyard, they just updated the building there. Neely, Nebraska. Those of you with a map driving through Neely, Nebraska. Compared to where I grew up, this is a big town. Until spring is here, people are out mowing. I need to mow. Hopefully there's not dew on the grass in the morning, because we've got DJ clients coming over at what time, 11?
Mm-hmm.
11 in the morning, so hopefully the dew is off the grass in time I can mow it and make it look a little nicer before they show up. We've got people. Nightwolf says, hello, Mrs. Sandhills. That is Sandhills' sweetheart. She has a YouTube account. She doesn't have any desire to make videos, but she has an account now, so she can make comments and do that kind of thing. So that's cool. There's a Napa. Nightwolf prefers towns over cities. Yeah, but I'll trade them both in for spaces as far as I can see. What you guys could see on the screen is what I can see. The horizon over there, I mean, that's 10 miles away or better. That horizon coming off of this hill, that's pretty cool. Look at all the bikes there stopping at Casey's. I don't know if you're supposed to honk at bikers. I know that those of you that ride, I know that there's this thing where you don't wave at people unless they're on a bike. I know that much. I'm not a rider, so I don't know all the bike etiquette, if it's cool to honk at a group of bikers, but those guys look cool. The town where we live, the American Legion riders do a lot of stuff for the community. Those guys are cool too. They're in a lot of parades. Now there's the Red Tractor store. That is actually where Sandhills' sweetheart's dad works, manages that one right there.
And he's there.
And he's there, the little smart car. I don't know if you guys can see it on the screen, but little blue smart car. He's at work today. They're, like I said, they're busy too, because all the farmers are getting ready to get the planting going and are rolling. So that means that the implements and the service techs need to be up and rolling too. I saw some comments come through. What truck do I drive? Well, first of all, where I'm from, if it's a truck, it better have air brakes or a dump box or more than 10 forward gears, 2-speed axle, tandem, something. A truck is a truck, like a semi. That to me is a truck. Where I came from, I think you're thinking pickup. This is actually a Chevy Tahoe, so it's neither. But no, it hauls all the DJ stuff. It fits it really well. We've got the back seat full of non-DJ stuff. I can haul passengers and go to a dance if I ever need to. So it works really well. Tahoes are awesome. Other than this one's an 03, and it's not geared in such a way that it does very good on the highway as far as gas. I didn't reset it when I left town. We're going about 65. Speed limit here is 65, and I'm trying to keep as close to that as I can. Normally, depending on the wind situation, if I'm not driving into the wind, which the direction I'm going is mostly northwest right now, and in Nebraska, if you're driving northwest on any given day, you're probably driving into the wind. But if I keep it right around the 2,000 RPM mark, I can get 16, 17 miles to the gallon. If I go push it any faster than that, then it really sucks it down, gets me about 14 and a half, 15 at the best. So this is not a very economic vehicle on gas, but it helps that we can expense the mileage, so it's not such a big issue. Get a little bit of that back at the end of the year. I know I'm missing a lot of comments. I'm not very good at this game where I'm trying to drive and look at comments. If I got to make a choice, of course, I'm going to pick the road over the phone. What do I DJ? We specialize in weddings, but I'll do anything. Birthday parties, Uh, I have no problem doing like a bar mitzvah or a quinceañera, but there's not a huge Jewish community where I live in Nebraska, so that's never come up. There is a good sized Hispanic population, but I mean, absolutely, I would love to do a quinceañera sometime. But here's the thing: is I don't have a lot of Spanish language music. I've got a few Hispanic friends that they've got DJs within the community that actually know the music that the guests are going to want to listen to, and I'm not going to do I'm not going to know that. So and not being able to speak Spanish, it kind of cuts down on what I can do for that community. But prom, school dances, homecoming dances, anything like that. My show is a family show. My music is radio edited, so we do occasionally have a few gigs that we'll do like in a bar just for a dance, just because I've got one of those coming up at the end of July, actually, in the town where we live. Our partner and I actually share a birthday. He's a year older than me, but we're born on the same day. And so last weekend in July is right after our birthday, and that's big birthday party. We're doing a dance in the VFW here in where we live. Just because we there's no place to dance. There was one bar that had kind of a nightclub in one side of it, and that place closed down, and there's no place to dance unless you get invited to a wedding all summer long. So we do that, and when I play in a bar, it's a lot more lax. I don't worry about having things radio edited. It's a bar, for crying out loud. So if I've got a song that's got explicit lyrics or whatever, I don't worry about playing that. I go ahead and throw it out there. Kind of no song is a bad request at that point. When you're doing a wedding, like, you don't want to play a lot of songs that talk about country songs about cheating or something like that, or a lot of death metal, things like that. What do we listen to? Honestly, if Sweetheart's listening to the radio, it's a country station. If I'm listening to the radio, it's
not true.
Oh, most of the time. Yeah, sometimes it's not. We both have an eclectic taste. What I like and what I'm aware of as far as good music ranges anywhere from Glenn Miller all the way through southern rock and hair bands, 90s alt country. Of course, is what I grew up on where I live. We had both kinds of music, country and western. Christian music, nothing real hard. I don't get into the death metal. I don't get into gangster rap. But when I got into high school, I mean, the things like Coolio and Tone Loc, that was cool stuff. So, and it really made the old man mad that I listened to it. So that was another reason to do it. So we listen to kind of everything. We play a little bit of everything. And if I haven't got it in my library and somebody requests a song, most of the time I'm in a place where I can get it. So that's not usually a big issue. We can download it real quick, get it off iTunes, and then we have that one for the next dance. About every week we're expanding. We'll buy half a dozen songs or so that we didn't have in our library. That sometimes it's new stuff, sometimes it's I can't believe we don't already have that in here. Sometimes they just slip through the cracks. When you're building a library, there's no way to just go and say, hey, I'm just going to have all the music I need and just go buy it somewhere. You got to do it song by song or album by album. So Kill Switch, All That Remains, a lot of that stuff, cool. All That Remains, I finally learned who they are here just recently. I listened to their cover of The Thunder Rolls by Garth Brooks, well, by them now too, and wow, that I didn't think that there'd ever be a good cover of that, but wow, that's, if you haven't listened to All That Remains do The Thunder Rolls, I highly suggest that you listen to that. So we're almost to Sweetheart's parents' house. I'm going to go ahead and kill the feed here. We might be back on later when we get back on the road. You guys want me to kick back on? I guess if you got nothing better to do with your day than watch us drive down the road, let me know and I will I'll kick back on later. But if you guys don't get those comments in pretty quick, I'm just going to hang it up. I don't think they probably need me showing everybody where their house is, so we will